welcome back to Phenomena. This is episode 3, if I'm not mistaken, 3 of season 5. So exciting. Wow, the holidays are upon us. I'm your host, Mimi Dibs. Nailed it, remembered. And today we're going to be talking about Krampus. Krampus. He's like the scarier version of Santa, if I'm not mistaken. Interestingly enough, my best friend Maggie and I tried to start a podcast called Mythos, and we recorded one episode and it was like 2 hours long and it was a lot of rambling. And the first episode was about Krampus, and Maggie had done the research on it. And so I remember her telling me about Krampus, but I don't know how much I retained from it because we went on wild tangents. Suffice it to say that episode was never saw the light of day, unfortunately. But here we are, full circle almost, because we're going to cover Krampus again. This episode, or script rather, was written by our lovely script master, specifically as it relates to cryptids, Griffin. Thank you so much, Griffin. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Also, I'll reiterate this at the end, but we will not have an episode next week because today, the day that this episode comes out, not today, the day I'm recording, but today as in the episode is out today, which is Christmas Eve. Happy holidays, everybody. And then next week is New Year's Eve. So we're going to just take a little quick break for that week and then come back in full force. You know what I'm saying? Thank you in advance for understanding and being here and just being you, man. Appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into Krampus, Santa's scariest sidekick. Oh, that makes me think he's like an elf. What if he's like a fallen angel elf? You know what I mean? You know how like Lucifer supposedly was like a fallen angel? And because he was an angel, but then he started asking too many questions and the other angels and God like didn't like that. They were like not vibing with that at all. So they were like, hey, Lucifer, stop it. And Lucifer was like, no, free healthcare for everybody. And they were like, no. And then they banished him to hell or whatever. So I wonder what Krampus's villain origin story is. I'm excited. All right. Meet Krampus, the Christmas complication who treats peace on earth, heavy quotations, peace on earth, like a suggestion, not a policy. Facts, fair. While Santa slides in with gifts and good vibes, Krampus shows up like the holiday's shadow self. Horns out, chains clanking, dragging a sack that definitely does not contain stocking stuffers. This is so interesting because I want to know like where the Krampus lore came from. And also it's so interesting to me that like Santa isn't really like a universal harbinger of Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's probably one of the most well-known, but like in Italy, there's the Befana who brings you coal if you're bad. And I'm sure I've told this story again, but I'll keep saying it to the ends of the earth because it was traumatizing. My mom thought it was really funny to get me this like sugar coal. She like brought it to me and was like, tu eri cattiva, tieni, like you were bad, so here. And then I started crying because I was like, what do you mean? Like, Babbo Natale, which is Santa in Italian, he's not coming to bring me gifts. The Befana just brought me coal? This is ridiculous. I was as good as I could manage, so give me presents. Come on. It's just interesting to see like how different these holiday cryptids are. Maybe one day we'll do Befana. Maybe next year. Maybe next Christmas Eve. Anyway, but who is Krampus really? An ancient alpine demon with a personal vendetta against misbehaving children? A medieval morality mascot? Or just Europe's way of saying, if you don't behave, a goat devil will literally kidnap you. Kidnap, heavy emphasis on the kid. I'm starting to realize this is like just a lot of like old wives' tales of trying to like scare your children into behaving. The end. I think I figured it out. I think a lot of these like even Santa, he's like, have you been naughty or nice? Like it's all just about being like, please, for just one month, just behave for 1 month, please. No tantrums, no yelling at the grocery store, just one. Can I have 1 month? Please. And we have to come up with all these crazy like cryptids and stuff to get them to behave because they won't listen to their parents. These nasty kids. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to realize why the Befana brought me coal because I was probably a nightmare. At least I'm self-aware. Anyway, light a candle, lock your chimney, and let's unwrap the terrifying tinsel nightmare that is Krampus. Terrifying tinsel nightmare. I don't know. That sounds fun. Let's do a little Krampus unboxing, shall we? Quick pause for Phenomennouncements. I wanted to shout out Bleachedbyaxxel. So my amazing hair girl, Caitlin, her Instagram is raining hair, spelled RAINEING hair, because her last name is Rain. So raining hair. It's like, it's raining hair. Hallelujah, it's raining hair. And so she recently switched salons and is now working with Axel, who opened their own salon called Bleachedbyaxxel. So definitely check it out. That's where I now go get my hair done because I will follow Caitlin to the ends of the earth. She is incredible and amazing and perfect and wonderful. And definitely go see her at Bleach. But also you can go to Axel. They both specialize and they specialize in blondes. They don't only do blondes. So like it's okay if you're not blonde. You can still go there. But like me being blonde, I like knowing that I'm going somewhere that knows how to handle blonde hair so that it doesn't like break off. You know what I'm saying? Bleachedbyaxxel, yay! It is amazing. And then also, might as well do a little twofer. Follow, oh my God, it's Axel. OMGITSAXXEL, 2 X's. They're the amazing CEO / creator of Bleachedbyaxxel. So yeah, check them all out. They're great. And now, let's get into the lore. Ooh, this is going to be jam-packed with a bunch of crazy, like, Eastern European lore, I feel like. So here we go. Krampus comes from Central European folklore, especially Austria, Bavaria, parts of Germany, and the Alpine regions, where winter hits hard, and so do the bedtime stories. Clearly, he's typically described as a half-goat, half-demon figure with horns, shaggy fur, cloven hooves, and a long tongue, because subtlety is not his brand, and chains that rattle like a haunted Home Depot aisle. No! Why does he have chains? I swear! He's literally Lucifer that escaped hell and is now like has it out for Christmas for some reason. He's like the Grinch. He's like the real-life Grinch. If he's real. Do you think Krampus is real? I don't know. Let me know. His story runs alongside St. Nicholas, who rewards good kids on or around Christmas 6th, St. Nicholas Day. Oh, I realized St. Nicholas Day was not on the 25th. But yeah, to each their own. Cool. All right. Sick. Double presents. Am I right? Now I'm going to start demanding presents on the 6th. Why didn't I get presents on the 6th? That's ridiculous. I'm going to have a word with John because I deserve presents on the 6th. And International Women's Day. There's a day called International Women's Day, and you should get any and all women in your life gifts. No negotiating. Gifts for just the women. The end. And I expect a present next year. Anywho, think of it as a seasonal 2-person act. St. Nick is the bonus. Krampus is the performance review. Oh, no. Why'd you tie this back into corporate? I was like not even thinking about corporate. And then now I'm like, so St. Nick is the bonus that you get at the end of the year. But then Krampus is the performance review. Ew, I hate it. No, not the performance review. I literally have had performance reviews where they're like 9 out of 10. We can't give you a 10 out of 10 because nobody achieves a 10 out of 10. That would mean you're perfect. And it's like, why are you setting the bar to an unachievable level? That's stupid and dumb and stupid also as well. Stupid and dumb. Just like tell someone they're doing a good job if they're doing a good job. It's not that hard. Anyway, if you're good, you get treats. If you're bad, Krampus might smack you with a bundle of birch sticks called Ruten. Ooh, Ruten. Ra ra Rasputin. Wait. What are the lyrics? Ra, ra, Rasputin, something of the Russian queen. Anyway, Ruten. It's a bundle of birch sticks. In some versions, he shoves you into a sack or basket and carts you off. Yeah, I feel like the different iterations of Krampus that I've seen, is usually with children in cart or in a sack that are like, oh no, why am I being kidnapped? And everyone's like, I don't know, they were probably very bad children, so I'm not going to save you because then Krampus might have it out for me. And it's like, I have my own things to do. It's a lot of like Central and Eastern Europe is just like, I don't know, I didn't see anything. As long as it does not affect me and my ability to provide for my family, good luck. So yeah, I guess best of luck, children who are inevitably just go missing, I guess, because this half goat, half demon figure with horns and shackles and chains carries you away. Where to? I was just about to ask. Depends on the region. Sometimes it's the underworld. He's Lucy. He's Lucifer. Come on. Sometimes it's just away. Okay, that's very just away. Off with ye. The point is, you're not making it to the school holiday party. Yeah. What if you somehow ran away and then you were like, sorry, oh my God, I totally couldn't make it to school. I was actually whisked away to the underworld. And they're like, yeah, nice try. And you're like, no, I swear. Krampus came in yesterday. He told me I was really bad. So he tried to whisk me away to the underworld. I escaped. Thankfully, was able to get here. I mean, why would you go back to school at that point? That doesn't even how do you even go back to being like, all right, let's, learn stuff in school? I'd be like, everyone, let's go take down Krampus. What are we doing? Then there's this really intimidatingly large word, Krampusnacht. Krampusnacht. Oh, okay, it's not that hard. Krampus night, typically on December 6th. No, so St. Nick's Day is December 6th, and this is December 5th. Did I say 6th? I meant 5th. It's December 5th, when people dress up in terrifying masks and furs and roam the streets in Krampus runs. I love it. I love that people are now yeah, let's scare the out of children this year, just in case. Just give them a little nudge toward being good. You know what I mean? Hey, nothing gets results like fear. It's like Halloween crashed into Christmas, had too much schnapps, and decided chaos was a new tradition. Ooh, I kind of like it though. I feel like I would want to dress up as Krampus. That sounds like fun. And somehow, despite being objectively nightmare fuel, Krampus has gone viral. Global, actually. But also viral. Sure. Cards, movies, ornaments, merch. Because nothing says holiday cheer like a horned demon reminding you that love is conditional. Fair. So that's Krampus, according to the legends. But folklore is never just folklore. And over the centuries, people have developed a few theories about what Krampus actually means. Ooh, that's a great segue into the theories. Yeah. My theory is that he is Lucifer. But here we go. Let's see. Theory number 1, old pagan winter spirit, pre-Christmas DLC. What does DLC mean? One common theory is that Krampus is a holdover from pre-Christian Alpine traditions, an old winter spirit or nature demon that later got folded into Christian holiday customs. Basically, the locals already had a terrifying winter goat thing, and when Christmas moved in, it learned to share. Interesting. That is so fascinating because it's people used to need to be scared into submission or into being good people. And then we realized that positive reinforcement is good. And so then Saint Nick was a thing, clearly. But then I don't know. And then they still kept Krampus, I guess. Old pagan makes me think of witchy stuff, right? Old pagan winter spirit. But it sounds who's they? Oh, I guess the region that celebrates Krampus as a cryptid. Interesting. I wonder if anyone's said to have seen Krampus, or if everyone knows it's just like a tale. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's definitely one that didn't die when Saint Nick came about. They just kind of learned to have both sides of the coin, Theory number 2, morality tale with better branding. Oh, okay. Yeah. Kind of what I was saying with the whole, you have to scare people into submission versus rewarding positive behavior. Another theory frames Krampus as an early behavioral management tool, a folklore scared straight program long before timeouts and sticker charts. Santa rewards, Krampus enforces. It's a carrot and stick, except the stick is literal and the carrot comes in a demon cameo. Nice. Yes. Oh my God. I called it. Ugh. I'm clairvoyant. It's fine. Or in a past life, was I kidnapped by Krampus and that's how I know? I don't know. I will never tell. I don't even know myself, actually. Theory number 3, a pressure valve for winter anxiety. Long, dark winters, harsh conditions, high stress. Yeah, we're talking about like Austria, parts of Germany, like very cold regions. Krampus gives communities a ritualized way to process fear and chaos, turning winter dread into a festival you can laugh at later after you stop screaming. It's catharsis with horns. I like this one. Yeah, actually, that's nice. I could see that. I can definitely see why they turned it into or this would explain why they turned it into like a parade and a tradition of like dressing up like Krampus, because it's like, why not? I don't know, celebrate this deity and then maybe he won't be so harsh. I don't know. Who knows? Theory number 4, misrule and role reversal tradition. Krampusnacht also fits into a broader European tradition of misrule. Nights where the normal order flips. People run wild and society collectively blows off steam. Not them doing the purge. What? This is literally the purge. What are you talking about? That's terrible. Normal order flips and they're all like, oh, if Krampus can go out and steal children, I can too. Like, that's not good. Don't do that. Maybe have like some sort of enforcement on those days or nights, because what? I hope they're not like doing crime. You know what I mean? Be gay, do crime. Isn't that like a bumper sticker? Anyway, interesting. Role reversal tradition. I just don't like the whole like potential purge aspect of it. Krampus is sanctioned chaos, scary, theatrical, and conveniently limited to one night so everyone can go back to being normal afterward. Mostly. I don't like this one. Again, this feels very purgy, and we know what happens when you give people even one night. It's like whoever people want to like get rid of, they will on this night. And then it's like, then you're just playing God, Like, you can't do that. You can't just like get rid of whoever you don't like on the day where murder is legal. I guess they didn't say anything about murder, but like I would think the slope is very slippery when you just open the floodgates to allowing all sorts of misconduct and crime to occur. I mean, if it's sanctioned chaos and theatrical, and if all they're allowing is like for people to like dress up like Krampus and do the parade and like, indulge in that, fine. I could see that being like a nice tradition that's fun. It's like Halloween, except for centered around one crazy demon thing. But I feel like, I don't know, you gotta keep it contained. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot that can go wrong if you're not careful. So heed my warning. So is Krampus real? In the goat demon physically coming to your house sense? Probably not. That's good. This is good. Though if you've ever worked retail in December, you may disagree. Fair. That's a good one. Let me know if you've worked retail in December. That sounds truly like a nightmare. And I'm sure there's a couple of Krampuses that have come in and been like, can I return this? Krampus, but make her Karen Krampus. But culturally, Krampus is very real. Very being an italicized, so Griffin wants us to know this is very real. He's a living piece of folklore that survived for centuries because he fills a weirdly useful role. He balances the sugar rush of Christmas with little grit. He reminds us the holidays aren't just twinkly lights and cozy vibes. There's also stress, darkness, and the ancient human fear of winter itself. Yeah, I like this. I appreciate that. Like, he brings about a little bit of a balance aspect to Christmas and winter and the holidays in general. You can't have one without the other. I like it. Okay. This whole episode's like making, like, I like Krampus. I don't know. I think he's maybe just misunderstood. And also, I feel like for me, I also love like being spooky and scary, but then also being like, like whimsical, you know what I mean? So 2 sides of the same coin. I kind of like it. And maybe that's the secret sauce. Santa alone is pure fantasy. Santa with Krampus feels like a system, a holiday ecosystem, checks and balances for children's behavior, democracy, but make it cursed. Checks and balances for children's behavior. It's the naughty and nice list. And like, it's a good cop, bad cop. That's what I'm getting out of it. It's good cop, bad cop. And I kind of like it. I think it's great. I think it works. I think people think it works. So What do you think? Is Krampus an ancient pagan leftover, a medieval parenting hack, or Christmas's most metal tradition refusing to die? Metal! Yeah! I mean, Krampus is pretty metal. I'm not gonna lie. Krampus is heavy metal as fuck. Anyway, whether you're Team Saint Nick, Team Krampus, or Team I'm grown and still nervous, one thing's for sure. The holidays hit different when you remember there's a horned demon lurking just outside the carolers. Ooh, yeah. I think people need a little reminder to like be good during the holidays, lest you get swept away by Krampus. And I guess like one of my questions was, does he only target children? I guess they're probably the easiest to carry, but I would assume he doesn't, like totally stay away from adults, especially if they're particularly heinous. So I don't know. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Krampus knows if you have been naughty. So be very good. Otherwise, I'm going to call him. I'm going to say, Krampus, get over here. I have whole bushel of children for you. And they subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you hear chains rattling this December, don't panic. It's probably just your neighbor living their truth. Ask Krampus. Why was I want to know why he was chained up. There's no like lore as to like where he broke away from. He just has chains because it makes him scarier. I think he literally just has chains because it's creepier that way. There's no other reason aside from like, oh yeah, he's got chains. He's metal. It makes sense. So I like that. Wow. Let me know if you knew everything we talked about regarding Krampus here, and if you have any other fun little lore about Krampus or any personal experiences that you've had with Krampus. Have you ever met Krampus? Have you ever met anybody dressed as Krampus? I need to know. I gotta know. I feel like I want to be Krampus for Halloween next year. I don't know. That sounds fun. Or can you be Krampus for a Christmas party? Yeah. I feel like people, let's bring that tradition to the U.S. You know what I mean? Like we should dress up like Krampus around the holidays. That sounds like fun. I would enjoy Christmas more if it was spookier. So I'm on board. I love it. Quick reminder, we have an Expedia affiliate link, expedia.com/affiliate/phenomena/season5 to book your next trip to any of the Central European regions we spoke about, or really anywhere. You can use it for anything. Eventually, once we hit like a certain affiliate tier, I think we'll be able to start like offering more of like a percentage discount of some kind. But as of right now, I don't know. Just use it, bookmark it and use it and see what happens. You never know. What if you get like a prize? Or maybe Krampus will come and pay you a visit. Who knows? Pokepic. Ooh, the Pokepic for this week's episode. The last episode of 2025. I just realized because we're going to take a break and then we're going to come back in 2026. That's crazy. Oh my God. At the end of this episode, I'm going to be able to say, see you next year. Anyway, Pokepic for this week's episode is Grimmsnarl, the bulk of Pokemon. Yes, Grimmsnarl. I love it. He is fairy type and dark. He's dark and fairy, and I love it. And he totally does look like a little demon, minus the goat part, but definitely giving, like, he gives Krampus vibes. He's like built. He's bulked up, dude. Pokedex entry, my favorite part. It lives deep within the forest. Even after evolving into this splendid form, it hasn't given up on its petty misdeeds and pranks. I like it. It's giving Krampus energy, right? It's giving kind of like troll, and he's just like gonna steal your kids for fun and also like be around to make sure that you're not messing around, because he's coming with the hammer. He doesn't take kindly to people not being good. Which is interesting, because then you would kind of think like, wouldn't he want to hang out with people that are bad? No, I mean, I guess that's his whole thing. But like, wouldn't you think he wants people to be bad so that he can take them? I guess he doesn't care if you're bad, because then he's like, more for me, cool. Yeah, I like this. That's a great Pokepic. I think Grimmsnarl is pretty big as well in the Pokeverse, if I'm not mistaken. He's really bulky. Like he's got a lot of fur and muscles and like the like little imp / he looks like a gremlin. I think that gives Krampus vibes. That plus like goat, if you put goat in it if Grimmsnarl dressed like a goat, It'd be perfect. We have an email, phenomena.cases@gmail.com. Please email us your personal stories. Do you know about Krampus? Are you from a region that celebrates Krampus? Do you and your family celebrate Krampus? Let us know. Email us or comment or engage. However, subscribe, like, and all the like. So because we love hearing from you and we want to keep this an open communication. We also have a Patreon where you can show your support for the pod. We have 3 tiers, a free tier, a $5 tier, and a $2 tier. And the paid tiers get a little bit of bonus content and like first looks for things like the Phenomena Seance episodes. Also, I should probably mention this, and I think we'll also mention it on like a last live stream, but we are bringing live streams to a close in terms of Twitch, unfortunately, at least for right now. I don't really have the time to be able to sustainably do it anymore, and I wanted to take a bit of a break there. So we are going to sunset that. We will have one more live playing session as kind of like a closing of it. It won't be, I don't think we'll have like finished the game, but I do plan on playing a lot over the like Christmas break. So maybe it will be like a closer to the end finishing game. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet, but yeah, we will have one more stream and then we'll sunset that for now. We might pick it back up later. Who knows? But yeah, that's that I wanted to bring that up. But also Phenomena Seance will continue back up in January because we stopped it for the holidays. So November and December did not have a Phenomena Seance episode, but we'll pick back up on that because I love interviewing people and it's a lot of fun. And also on our Patreon, we have the link to our Discord pinned at the top. If you are interested in connecting with us on Discord, like I said, we're just giving you all the tools to be able to connect with us because we love people. We love talking to people and we can set up a meeting with you and Krampus directly. We have them on speed dial. No, I'm kidding. Definitely check out our Patreon. It's Phenomenal Podcast on that if you just look it up. And it's also linked in our like about section. I also should mention this more often, but like we are a podcast in that we also have episodes audio only on Spotify and Apple Music and anywhere else that might use the RSS feed from those, like any other podcasting app. And then we also, for the paid tiers on Patreon, I upload the audio versions of each episode so that you have them there as well. But yeah, YouTube is probably our biggest platform, but I did want to also mention that we do have a Spotify and an Apple Music, and you should follow us on there. And if you can leave a good review, that would be superbly awesome. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. New episodes come out every Wednesday at or around 6 p.m. PST. And next time on Phenomena, we'll be talking about shadow people. Ooh, we're getting into the spookiness of season 5, which is my favorite part. I'm excited. Shadow people. This is going to be interesting because I thought, like, I keep in my head kind of mixing up skinwalkers and shadow people because they both are like kind of cryptic and weird and creepy. But we just covered off on skinwalkers and wendigos and not deer. And the shadow people episode is also written by our lovely scriptwriter Angel. But I'm curious to know what shadow people are about because, like, where'd they come from? Are they shadows that have their own agenda, like in Peter Pan? I don't know. So definitely tune in on. So again, no new episode next week, which is New Year's Eve, but the week after that, we'll be back with Shadow People. Ooh, first episode of 2026. That's crazy. That doesn't even seem like a real year. That's wild. But remember, you can always explore the rabbit hole without falling all the way down. That's right, kids. Well done. Amazing. Thank you so much for an awesome last episode of 2025, and we will see you next year. Nailed it. We'll see you in 2026. Thank you so much. Bye.